Ugh. What is going on, everybody? This is Gabriel Jones giving you a drop a sign any chance I get. I'm currently chilling in a different location at the moment, visiting family. And today we're going to be reacting to the brand new EP from Bailey Zimmerman called Leave the Light On. I'm quite impressed by how far Bailey Zimmerman has launched himself into stardom. Originating from Illinois, Bailey spent much of his life working as a meat packer before joining the music industry. In 2020, he began releasing his own songs on TikTok, and that got him the attention of Warner Music Nashville. My introduction to him was Rockin' a Hard Place, and I've been playing it non-stop all year, like I can't get enough of that song. It just has this dark tone that you don't find in many other country songs, and it's very likely going to be on my best list. Hopefully the rest of this EP will be just as captivating, so we'll have to see. Before we get into it though, I want to advise everyone to leave a like and comment for this video because the more engagement the video receives, the more likely YouTube will pick it up in the algorithm, so I thank y'all for that. And without further ado, time for Leave the Light On. Track number 1, Intro.
Songs you're about to listen to are stories from my life that I've lived, and I hope they make y'all feel something. This is Leave the Light On.
Alright, so what a very quick track to listen to. But yeah, that's a nice little way to frame the EP, you know, letting us know just how personal these tracks are and that they connect with him in such a deep way. And I'll be sure to keep that in mind when we listen to the rest of the EP. There's nothing musical worth commenting on though, so we can just move on now. Track number 2, Never Leave. Love that piano. It sort of descends in the intro.
I can hurt you, you can hurt me, but we feel each other's pain.
You know, it's part of the human spirit to have that empathy. Ooh! Yo, the electric guitar. Nice little element right there, you know? Enhancing tune. Okay, so now we know for sure that this is a lover, you know? Not like a family member. I like that, you know? You can't really predict the future, but I'm gonna give it my all to make it perfect. And now my boy is bringing it all on home by belting those notes. Okay, so that was Never Leave, and I gotta say it is kind of a fine track. A lot of the lyrical content is stuff I've heard in other songs before. Like one song that comes to mind when I hear this is like I Won't Give Up by Jason Mraz. You know, that song that's sort of become infamous within the music reviewing community as a whole. It's because, you know, Bailey is singing about, oh, I'm gonna fight to never leave. I'm gonna make this relationship work, you know. We're not perfect, but we are trying. I will say that he does sound pretty genuine when singing these lyrics, at least. Like, there's no fancy tricks he pulls off with the lyricism, but, you know, he really has that authenticity when singing. Instrumentally, you know, I think it sounds nice. I really enjoy the electric guitars when they enter the second verse. The piano was a really nice way to sort of like introduce the track. Don't have too much else to say about this one, so yeah, those are my thoughts. Track number 3, Waiting. Okay, we got like a mezzo forte guitar on the opener. Ooh, I like how he holds that note right there. Little touch of violins. Appreciate it. Jesus, I need you to pull through, my man, alright? Woo! Y'all, dude's just belting on that last line right before the guitar solo. Showing off a little bit. Okay, so that was Waiting, and, you know, it's nice to listen to. You know, it's good on the ears. It's a simple ballad where Bailey is pleading for his loved one to come home someday, and that he's still waiting for them, and that hopefully their relationship isn't dead and gone, you know. Again, he doesn't pull off anything too interesting with the lyrics. You know, he's talking about, we're gonna weather every storm, and I hate long distances between us. Yeah, nothing really too much doesn't really sink my teeth into. I guess I'm not looking for something super detailed, but, you know, I guess there's just nothing that really grasps my eye, or my ears for that matter. Instrumentally, I sort of like the violins. The guitar solo was pretty nice to listen to. I guess the acoustic guitar was nice as well. But yeah, I don't have too much to comment on this one. I will say that Bailey does give a good singing performance. Like, you can really hear that emotion, you know, when he's like singing with desperation and with sadness and with sorrow. But aside from that, nothing that really catches my attention, so we can just move on. Track number 4, House on Fire. Like that framing device, the crackling of the fire as the music enters.
I
love the visual imagery right there. You know, he plays with it nicely. His voice just fits so well with this production. I'm impressed. Woo! Little percussion right there, like. It's to like start from scratch, you know, like just forget about all the progress you made and just start over again. The bass line paired with the violin solo is just magical. Love that vocal melody he gives right there. Okay, so that was House on Fire, and I gotta say, I'm actually very interested in that one. The instrumentation just fits so well with his vocal performance. Like, you know, the low register guitar along with the violins. The violins are really showing in the song, and the bass line also did some wonderful work. And Bailey is just singing with such passion. Like, there's so much darkness in his vocal performance, and I think I really appreciate that from him. But this time, I think he's really allowing his lyricism to shine through. Quite literally. There seems to be a lot of irony at play with this song, and I think that's like the key weapon here. Bailey is singing to his lover about how their romance hasn't really been seeing like that sort of spark as of late, and he wants to like really rejuvenate it at this point. He's singing about, oh, we should just set this house on fire, you know? We should just keep the flame going so that we will never have to see our love die. Because like normally when people talk about setting things on fire, it's sort of like, oh, I just want to end this once and for all, you know, I just want to just throw it all away and never look back. But here it's sort of like supposed to symbolize that momentum that they keep up with their relationship. How he needs to keep it all going in order to like stay with his lover, and you know, if it ever just flames out, then their romance is just toast. He wants to see that glitter in this girl's eyes, you know, before it was fading away due to all the gray, dark clouds, but now it's coming back thanks to this sunshine that we got, you know, this sort of flame that we've ignited. It's a song that really sticks with you because it's very ominous in its sound, but it also has this real sense of optimism to it. And I cannot wait to listen to it again once I do my second listen. Track number 5, From the Fall. Okay, this one has a little bit of a happier energy, although it could be thrown for a loop at any moment. Oh, traveling to the north, you know, best time for the autumn season. I don't know if I've ever seen black and white leaves. Yeah, he just can't resist writing to his lover, you know? He's just too attached. This production also just feels so grand. Like, I can imagine him like performing this at like a medium-sized stadium and the crowd just getting really excited. Of course, you have the epic guitar solo, always appreciated in country. Okay, so that was From the Fall, and I gotta say, that one is very impressive. It definitely achieves the atmosphere that it's going for. Like, as you listen to the track, you can really like take in that cold air, the sound of trees just blowing in the wind, you know, the sight of leaves, dead leaves on the pavement or ground. It puts you right in the setting that Bailey is going for. When it comes to the lyrics, I sort of like how Bailey is sort of writing to his girl and she's writing to him about how much they miss each other. You know, she's chilling in the north while he's just hanging in the south. And this long distance that they have between them is just really getting to them at this point. Like, they need to be near each other. Maybe perhaps you could connect the season to the meaning of the track. Like, autumn is supposed to be like the season of death, and you could say that maybe their relationship is on the brink of death, but they managed to recoup by the end because he's traveling to the northern pines. That's at least my best theory. A music theory, maybe. But yeah, instrumentally, I don't think I have too much to say about it. I really love how the track is mixed. You know, it has that real echoing sort of sound, and the guitar work is very nice. I love the drumming. It's very distinct and clear. I will say, this track is honestly pretty decent. I gotta give him props. Track number 6, Trainwreck. Okay, nice little cymbal tapping, along with a echoing guitar. Ooh, okay. Holding some long notes right here. Ooh, yo, you're killing me with this guitar solo right here. Of course. Damn. I just love how bombastic the chorus gets. Like, as it enters, it's just crazy. Yeah, it's almost like he's just back to the memory of when they were together, and that's just causing him so much agony. He's making one last desperate attempt to win her over again. Okay, so that was Trainwreck, and I gotta say, that one gets a thumbs up from me. Bailey is singing about how he's just so lost now that his lover has sort of broken up with him and sort of moved out. He's constantly smoking and drinking and just thinking back to when their relationship was perfect, but now it's sort of grown distant. He's talking about just how hopeless he is, but then he ends the song by saying, "We're hopeless." Is he saying that this lover isn't exactly thriving without him? Because I don't see too many details about that in the song, so I don't know how much of his word I can take on that. Although I will say that the production was very epic. Like, he goes crazy with the guitar solos on this one. Like, the electric guitars at the end of the first chorus and the second chorus just impressed me. Like, holy God. He also goes very crazy with the drum work. Like, the cymbal work is just fucking incredible in this one. Like, it's very distinct, like, it really, like, gets you hyped up. Like, I was loving it. So yeah, I think Trainwreck, is a pretty good track. I don't know if I would say it's my favorite so far. Like, I really enjoyed House on Fire, but this one I would say, still vibes with me. Now, these last three songs have been released as singles, and I've already listened to them, but I would love to listen to them again within the context of the EP. Track number 7, Fall in Love. I love that banjo that plays in the intro. There's so much bitterness just wrapped within this song. Like, damn, Bailey. Love how he elevates his voice on the bridge. It's a nice little detail. Nice little subtle detail. You can act like you're doing, wow, my dude. I can hear the electric guitar just going crazy in the background, It's very faint. Yeah! Just kicking ass with that guitar. Love it. Just letting it loose with the vocals, Flying out of his mouth. Okay, so that was Fall in Love, and my God. Dude, he is fucking angry on this song. He's singing about how his ex-girlfriend sort of moved out to the West Coast or the East Coast, either one, and he's just so mad that she didn't fall in love with him, but this other guy, like, he's just pissed off that he wasn't the one. And on the bridge, it's revealed that the mom of the girl did not approve of this new man, and that everybody in town knows it, and he's just rubbing it in her face that she chose the wrong dude. Like, that bitterness is just clear as crystal. It's insane just how much he hates this girl for not choosing him. Instrumental-wise, I really like the guitar solos and how crazy he goes with it. He just lets those vocals fly towards the end of the track. It's just insane. And I love the banjo as well. Like, that's a nice little touch. Yeah, this song, it certainly stands out for its, like, pure anger, and I gotta appreciate it. Track number 8, Rock in a Hard Place. Love that guitar intro. It, like, perfectly establishes the darkness. It's been a while since there's been enough passion within our smooching. Like, it almost seems like they're just, like, in this real conundrum and they don't know how to fix it, That touch of violence in the second verse is just tasteful. There's just him busting out the electric guitar, digging it. And then there's this little, like, section of instrumentation that just closes us out. Okay, so that was Rockin' a Hard Place. I still love the shit out of the song. I love this dark atmosphere that surrounds it, this level of uncertainty that Bailey and his lover possess. Will they be able to, like, really fix this relationship, or are they gonna just let it crumble? The acoustic guitar that opens up the song, the electric guitar that shows up before the final pre-chorus. I'm gonna have a lot more to say about this song once I make my best list for 2022, but this is a jam. I am so glad this was my first Bailey song I ever listened to. And now it's time to move on to the closing track. Track number 9, Where It Ends. I love the pairing of the two guitars on the intro. It's really nice, along with the banjo. I can tell. I mean, it's been obvious throughout this EP. Yeah, like, honestly, like, I put so much effort into this relationship and you just threw it back into my face. Suddenly, everything became obvious. Like, your deception was clear. Like, crystal clear. Yeah, the red flags were pointing in a very clear direction, as it turns out. Backing vocals, you know, I gotta give you 2 thumbs up. And I just love how you can hear that anger once again through his voice, you know. He's just letting it all loose. Like, that is just so fucking angry. Like, the anger within that line is insane. Okay, so that was Where It Ends, and yeah, that's exactly where the EP ends. On this track, Bailey is singing to his ex just how fed up he is with all of her deception and whatnot. You know, he tried very hard to make this romance work for the two of them. You know, he fought for her, whether that be during certain arguments or certain situations. And then, you know, she just let it all go to waste. Bailey is just through with all the trickery, he's just through with all the nonsense, and he just wants her out, you know, just go away, fuck off, like, I don't need you anymore. You know, I gotta appreciate that bluntness and just how much bitterness is behind those lyrics. You know, you could really sense that emotion coming through. You could also sense it coming through the electric guitar solos and the bombastic drums. And the backing vocals also play a bit of a role. You know, they display just how much shame Bailey is projecting onto this girl. It's a very nice track to close the EP with, and I think Bailey did a good job there. With that, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to listen to the EP a second time. Then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts, so bear with me. Alright, I am back. I've taken a shower. And I'm ready to give you my final thoughts on Bailey Zimmerman's Leave the Light On. The buzz surrounding Bailey is quite thrilling, I gotta say. Like, I don't think there's been this much hype for an emerging country singer since Morgan Wallen, but we all know how that turned out. With this debut EP, Bailey is proving that he can take over the scene. Easily what stands out the most is his gritty, mighty voice. He manages to project so much emotion into his vocal performance, whether it's solemnness, desperation, or just pure anger. His instrumentation also leaves an impression with the way he infuses a great splash of cymbals, wistful violins, and who could forget the epic guitar solos, like he is very fond of those. They can even capture an alluring atmosphere, like the cold autumn breeze on From the Fall. It's able to elevate the content of the music as well, which seems to revolve a lot around Bailey trying to balance his love life. Whether it's a long-distance relationship, a terrible fight, or the magic simply evaporating, Bailey is facing challenges when trying to support his sweetheart, or sweethearts. There are moments, though, where it just really doesn't click with me. The softer and more lighthearted tracks don't really evoke anything within me, leaving a very stale taste in my mouth. The lyricism just isn't too complex, and even Bailey's powerful voice isn't enough to really make them stick with me. I enjoy Bailey way more whenever he's giving off a darker energy. Not even just on Fall in Love, where he's simply unleashing his bitterness onto the listener like a wild hound. House on Fire creates a chilling nighttime atmosphere with its lower register. I would argue that's what made those final 3 singles catch on with people so much. I think Bailey has some nice elements to play with here, and if he just sticks to his craft, he could become the next big face of country. You just gotta keep churning out those TikToks, my boy. Take full advantage of that social media app. I give Leave the Light On a 6 out of 10. My favorite tracks would have to be House on Fire and Rockin' a Hard Place. My least favorite tracks outside of Intro would have to be Never Leave and Waiting. And that just about does it. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this album reaction. I hope you had fun. I'll be sure to be back at my regular location very soon. In the meantime, if you want to follow me on social media, be sure to check out my Twitter, my Twitch, and my TikTok. The links are going to be in the description. And that's where we're going to wrap up. My name is Gabriel Jones, and the sun may be setting, or rising in this case. But I hope you were able to soak up those drops. Take care.